Alright, Freedom Builders, welcome back to the channel and to a little extra video that I put into the schedule for this week. Today was actually meant to be a no recording day here in my studio, but with all the fuss about Tesla, I simply had to make a video. I have gotten about, I don't know, a ton of emails and messages saying, are you in? Why not? What do you think of it? And of course, all of the people that are not in Tesla, they want to have me giving some sort of confirmation to them that of course it will go down. And all of the people that are in will have they want some sort of confirmation that it'll keep going up. So, Tesla stock, I'm not in Tesla. Just to say it just right away here, I'm not in Tesla and I'll probably not get into Tesla, not in the near future. And I'll tell you why. Because first of all, I'll have a look at today what is going on. Why is Tesla going up so quickly? And then I'll tell you about why I am not in Tesla and why I choose other stocks. First of all, if you like this video, if you like the channel and haven't done it already, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like notification and all that. We are soon reaching 1,000 members here at the Building Freedom channel, so let's see if we can get up there quickly. Alright, why is Tesla going up? First of all, it is important for me to say that I am not what you would normally call an in-depth stock analyst. I'm not analyzing companies in a way that a normal financial analyzer would do. And let me give you some examples here. First of all, why is the Tesla stock going up? And if you haven't followed the Tesla stock in the media, this is Tesla stock. This is on a weekly chart. Going down here from just below 200 in before summer last year, and now it is up and it almost reached 1,000 yesterday. It fell back a bit. So the real amazing rise has been here from around 340 in beginning of December, and now a month and a half, 2 months later, we are way up. Okay, but why? What has changed? That is the good question. And I have some sort of points here that I have picked up from different sides. There was some upgrades from some of the larger analysts saying that I think it was the ones from Argus saying that they saw 880 as a target. There are also the guys from ARK Invest seeing 7,000 as a target. So all of a sudden, some big numbers starting to come out. The production numbers are great. They are putting out quite a lot of cars, and they have seen I think it is their first quarterly profit. So they're actually starting to make some money. Let me just say that last summer and last spring, I was, well, you couldn't say certain, but I had a feeling that Tesla was not going to make it. I think that Elon Musk was behaving a bit strange. And let me just say this before I am swamped in haters saying that I don't know anything. I am a huge fan of Elon Musk, and of Tesla, and of SpaceX, and of everything he touches. I am a big fan. But just remember that because you are a fan of the CEO of a company, that doesn't mean that you have to buy the stock. That is important. Even though you love the CEO and you love the products and you love the brand, it doesn't mean you have to buy the stock. Because you need to have very specific rules as to why you buy the stocks. You need to have a strategy. And if you break that strategy just because you love the CEO, then you'll probably end up poor. So, on to the list here. They have been able to build their battery factories, the Gigafactory, in record time. And again, Elon Musk and his team, cadeau to them. It is really amazing. But nothing of this is really news that would have the price go completely parabolic like this. Most of this, there was some good news in this, no doubt about this. But there was, as far as I can tell, there was not really news in here in the first 4 points or some of the other points that should make this one go up 100, 200, 300% in no time. So there are some extra factors here that we need to consider. First of all, we have seen one of the most gigantic short squeezes in stock market history. And what is a short squeeze? Well, first of all, let's just have a quick word about the shorting stocks. When you're shorting a stock, you are actually borrowing a stock from a fund or someone that has it in stock, and you're borrowing that, and you're saying, now I have borrowed one Tesla stock, for instance, at a market price of 200 right now. I'm paying a little rent I'm actually renting the stock from this fund, and now I'm sitting with the Tesla stock. And I go out and I sell it for $200. Now I hope that the stock will drop. Let's say it drops to 180. Then I'm sitting with the $200 that I bought the stock for. And now I can buy it back for 180 from the market. I can deliver the stock back to the guys I borrowed it from, and I can cash in the $20. That, of course, is if the price is going down. Then I make money. The problem is, of course, if I am borrowing the stock, now I owe the fund a stock, and I'm paying a rent on it. Now I sell it, so I don't have it anymore, but I'm sitting here with $200. But now the price starts to go up. It goes to $300, it goes to $400, and I'm starting to get nervous here, because I know that at one point I need to buy that stock back so I can deliver it back to the guys I borrowed it from. So now, at $400, for instance, I need to buy it back because I need to cover my short, as it is called. And that is one of the reasons, I'm pretty sure, for this movement here, because the Tesla stock has been one of the most shorted stocks in history, meaning that millions of Tesla stocks has been shorted, meaning that millions of Tesla stocks had been borrowed and then sold into the market. And I know that Elon Musk were out harcelating about these short sellers, because they were probably one of the reasons why the stock dropped from around 350, 370 here and down to 180. And he said that was pretty much their fault. And it might have been, but then the good news started to come out, and some analysts said, well, this might actually not be as bad a stock as we expected. And then the price started to go up. But if millions of stocks are shorted, then we are starting to see a short squeeze, meaning that now people have to buy back the stocks from the market. But the stock is going up, so it's not even sure that there are enough sellers so that these short sellers can get their shorts covered. And that is a short squeeze. That is when a short seller needs to cover his positions, but he cannot buy enough to cover it. And that is one of the reasons why we have seen this completely insane move. Because as far as I can tell, I have seen absolutely nothing in the fundamentals to justify this. This is what we call bubble psychology, because this is the short squeeze combined with some good news, combined with greed. Because what I can see, I'm a member of a lot of Facebook forums on the internet. And what I can see is people with absolutely no idea what is going on in the stock market that just wants to buy Tesla stock just because it goes up. I've seen like 100 posts the last couple of days at 400 and 500 and 600 and so on, saying, is it too late? Is it too late? I want to get in. My neighbor is getting rich and my co-workers are making a killing on this stock. When can I get in? And yesterday, when the stock just took a dip, it went up yesterday to just around 970. And then in a couple of minutes, it went down almost $100. And I could see that people were thrilled and said, yes, please go down further. I want to buy the dip. And, well, the Tesla stock might keep going up. It might even reach the $7,000 in price. I have absolutely no idea. And that is one of the reasons why I haven't bought Tesla. Because I am not a Tesla expert. I'm actually not an expert in very many companies. So I have no idea what the Tesla competitors will do. I have no idea if Tesla's batteries are better than the competitors and so on. Because what I am, and I'll show you a picture here, what I am, because this is the reason why I didn't buy, is that I'm pretty much a huge freight train. I am a big train that, or at least I want to invest like a big train, where I find the big movers, the ones that have been moving for a while, where I am pretty certain where they will end up. That could be good, solid companies. Maybe they're a bit undervalued, but I can see that the trend is good and solid. And that is not just in the price, because I could have gotten in here in Tesla using just my simple strategy that I tell you about in my videos. There's a series of videos saying learn my strategy, and that strategy could have gotten you in here at 335, and you could have written the trend up here. But then again, you might not get out until it drops to 600 if it does that. But I'm not just a trend follower in price, I'm actually also a trend follower in earnings and in different numbers here. And when you look at the numbers from Tesla, well, they are getting better, and the estimates is that they're actually going to turn a profit soon, and that is great. But I simply cannot, and that is a part of my strategy, I simply cannot buy a stock that is where the company is constantly losing money. That, of course, means that I don't get in on real gems like Tesla. And as I said, I have no idea how far it will go. But I will never get in to a stock like Tesla. Not until that they have turned a profit in 2020, 2021, maybe even 2022. And at that point, Tesla might cost $2,000. And you might say, well, then it's too late. But I have seen again and again and again since I started investing in 1987 how stocks can go up 100%, 200%, 400%, and you can still get in and make some good money on them. So I am not, when I invest, I am not into stocks where I hope they will go up 1,000%. Well, of course I hope they will, but I'm not into the stock because I expect it. I'm into the stock because I expect some pretty decent returns over the next year or 2 years or 3 years. And that could be 15%, it could be 20%, it could even be 30% per year. But I never get into a stock because I expect it to go up 200 or 300% over the next 3 months. Because that is pretty much not sustainable in very many cases. And I know that some of you, and please don't completely attack me here, because as I said, I love the Tesla, I love the brand, I love Elon Musk. But when I hear people saying that this time it's different, I get very, very scared. And I have heard that sentence several times over the last days and weeks, where I'm saying, well, I'm not certain that this development here is sustainable. And people start saying, well, that is because you don't understand how revolutionary Tesla is. This time it's different. They have completely, they have coined the market. They are exceptional. And yes, they might be. But you know what? It's not more than a couple of years ago that I heard people say the exact same thing about Bitcoin. When I tried and tell people that Bitcoin going from 100 to 4,000 might not be sustainable. And I said it again at 8,000, at 16,000. And people kept saying that is because you don't understand Bitcoin and blockchain. And I actually read a lot about blockchain. And I'm completely certain that blockchain technology is a huge part of our future. It is a revolutionary technology. However, that doesn't necessarily justify that Bitcoin should go from a few cents and up to $20,000. Another revolutionary technology is 3D printing. All right then. And I know someone would say, yeah, well, that's not a large cap company and so on. Well, it might not be. But the exact same thing was said about 3D printing. Here we have the DDD ticker symbol, and 3D printing was that was the new thing back in 12 and 13. And it went up here from, you can see the 3D systems here went up from around $10, and we're up almost at $100 before it dropped. And 3D printing is a thing of the future, and it is, and maybe even 3D systems is a company of the future. But that doesn't mean that you can justify 1,000% gain in the stock, no matter how much you believe in 3D printing. Back in up to the .com bubble, where everything with tech in the name went up, people kept saying to me, you need to get into this company. Well, I know they have a burn rate of about $500 million per month, and they'll probably not earn money for the next 5 or 10 years, but the internet is the thing of the future. And I was certain that the internet was the thing of the future, but still, I was in a couple of the stocks, but that was actually mostly the stocks that made money. But just because a product and a company is the thing of the future does not necessarily justify 100, 200, 500 or 1,000% gain in price. Just remember that there's not really any connection between something being revolutionary and then the stock going up 1,000%. That is important to distinguish between these two things. And since I started investing in 1987, I have seen, I don't know, hundreds of bubbles, companies, trends, where you could say, we really believe this one and this is going to revolutionize. It could be digital stuff, it could be the internet, it could be green tech, it could be blockchain, it could be anything. And every single time we have seen parabolic moves like this, it has dropped again. Doesn't mean that you can make money on it. You can see the 3D systems here. It really went down to $6 or so, and then it went up to 22 again. So it doesn't mean it can't go up in the future, or that it could go drop down to 42 and then maybe go to 200. What I'm asking you here is, when you invest, you need to have a firm written strategy. You need to know exactly why you buy, and you need to know what will be the criteria for me to exit. It could be some fundamental numbers, it could be some technical analysis, it could be a mix of both. I don't really care. It's just important that you have a good strategy. Because believe me, at some point, Tesla will drop in price. I have no idea when or how much, but I could see on the Facebook groups yesterday that some people started to sweat a bit when it dropped $100. And well, if it drops from, let's say, 890, it might go up a bit, but let's say it drops to 700. I can guarantee you that there will be thousands and thousands of private investors without strategies that are completely sleepless and almost having nervous breakdowns, because what are they going to do now? They don't have a fixed strategy. They don't have a price target, or they don't have a rule as to when they can buy more. They have no clue. They simply just went in because right now Tesla is sexy and Tesla is hot and Elon Musk is hot and my neighbor is making a killing and I want to make a killing, and this is kind of the standard FOMO, the fear of missing out. And when people are just running towards the stock because they have a fear of missing out of the big gain, then it is likely that we will see a big drop. All right. Is Tesla going to the moon? I have absolutely no idea. Is it going to 7,000? Haven't got a clue. Is Tesla the winner on the electric vehicle market 10 years from now? Well, who knows? And I know that many people would say that they know. But then again, in the .com bubble, Google was not really a big thing, or at least at one point up in the 90s. There were huge search engines, that everybody thought were gonna win the future. I could mention Yahoo, I can mention Lycus. I can mention a lot of the brands that people would have sworn were the 100% guaranteed winner of the future. And they went down and nobody ever heard about them again. So, is that Tesla? I don't know. So please don't write in the comments and saying that you don't have a clue about Tesla, because I know I don't have a clue. You don't have to mention that in the comments. And I just said here in the video, I have no clue about Tesla, where it is going, but I can say that the stock price development right now is sustainable. Otherwise, this would be the first stock in my 30, 40 years in the stock market where this was unsustainable. So take care of your money out there, please. I am looking forward to watch the Tesla show for the next day, but I can't guarantee you I'm not going to buy Tesla stocks anyway, not in a near future here. So that was the long explanation as to why I didn't buy Tesla stocks. I hope that gave you some inspiration, and if you are a Tesla owner and have been there for a while, congratulations. I hope you're getting very, very wealthy and that you get out in time so that you can conserve some of your profit. Talk to you again soon. Have a nice day. Take care of your money out there. Bye for now.